This is going to be a more advanced all-around class with a real emphasis on heart opening and chest opening, which in turn really helps to relieve neck tension and counteract that hunched over posture that we all have. So I am going to be using a yoga block right at the beginning. You can probably get by with a cushion or even without anything if you like, but a yoga block could come in handy. And I'm going to be using a strap as well. So this is a more advanced class, and I'll try to give variations for things, but please take care of yourself. It's always acceptable to take a break. Make sure we're going to be doing more back bends. Make sure that you're not feeling any twinges in your lower back. So please listen to your body and just do this at a pace that feels okay for you. So taking a break is always acceptable. So we're going to start off laying on our backs. If you have a yoga block or thick cushion or whatever, we're going to just start off here in a supported bridge pose. So the yoga block, cushion, just put it right underneath your sacrum. Nice supported. I'm using the middle height of the yoga block, so it's not too intense. Lower height is fine too, just whatever works in your body. So we're just going to center a little bit here. Go ahead and rotate your palms up. See if you can bring your shoulder blades together underneath your back a little bit and your chest up. Your neck will be long here. And make sure your shoulders are really coming down away from your ears. So this is a passive stretch for the chest and the neck. So in this position, if you can just really try to come into the present, try to forget all about all the things you were doing before, whatever you have to do after this. Start connecting with your breath and really connect with your body. Just feel your whole body from your feet on the floor all the way up through your legs and your torso, your arms, your head, your palms. And really focus on your chest, your heart area. So breathing up into your chest and just see here with the breath and allowing your shoulders to relax down. See if you can start to feel a little bit of that heart opening here. So go ahead and take a nice big inhale and hold it at the top and try to sip a little bit more air in and hold and just let that out through your mouth, maybe with a sigh. And one more of those. Big inhale, expanding your chest up. And hold. And sip a little bit more air in. And hold. And let it go. So go ahead and blink your eyes open. Bring your feet a little bit closer together so that they're almost touching. Knees are almost touching. And if you're fully supported by the block, if you feel stable or your cushion, go ahead and bring your right foot straight up here and flex the toes. We're just going to start to work on just feeling a little bit of a hamstring stretch, really pushing up through your heel, engaging the thigh. Try not to hyperextend the leg. And breathe. Breathe into your chest. And one more big breath here. And slowly put that foot back down, bring your left foot up, left leg straight up, engaging that thigh, flexing the toes, pushing up through the heel. And we're working on 5 big breaths here, so that's probably 2.5. And bring it down. So go ahead and come up off the block into a higher bridge pose. We'll just hold this just for a little bit. Go ahead and bring the block or the cushion out from underneath you. And just see if you can start to fire up your quadriceps just a little bit here. See if you can have your legs engaged, but your butt relaxed so you're not over clenching your glutes. And go ahead and bring that down. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Bring your knees into your chest to allow your lower back to release. Just rocking from side to side a little bit. And we're going to do some core work here. We really want to work on strengthening the front of the core since we're going to be doing some back bends during this practice. So we want to make sure that this whole area is stable. So we'll start off with some bicycle legs, interlacing your fingers behind your head. Inhale in one direction and exhale in the other. And really trying to extend your foot out, your leg out, so that it's getting fairly close to the ground. And also really work on bringing your head and shoulders up off the ground. That'll protect your lower back as well as engage the core a little bit more. And let's go ahead and release that. Relax. Catch your breath. So go ahead and bring both legs up into just a hover. And then bring your right foot straight up. And we'll hold this here. If this is too difficult, just bring that lower leg down. So just hold the right leg up. So bring both feet down. Bring your feet up into a hover. Left leg straight up. 3 big breaths. And down. And again, so right leg up, left leg hover. And down, and last one, left leg up, right leg hover. And really bring your head and shoulders up here. And down. And relax, release. So we're going to go ahead and come over into a tabletop position. And let's just rotate the hips out just a little bit. Start to get things moving here. Let's try to make this feel good. And then reverse directions there. And back to center. Going to go through a few vinyasas. So there are 2 different ways that you can do this. One is through tabletop. So coming down to the ground, inhaling up, exhaling back. And you keep exhaling all the way down. Inhale and exhale. And exhale. So keep going with that if that feels like a good workout. Otherwise, go ahead and come up into plank and down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. And keep exhaling down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. And down. Inhale, cobra. Let's keep going at your own pace. You can take this really slow or more quickly. And doing the full version of this is tough. We won't last very long. So go ahead and come back into a child's pose. Just making sure your lower back is released. Coming down, we're going to do a Sphinx pose here. So in Sphinx, I really want you to work on trying to really bring your chest up and forward. This can be difficult to really get, but over time it gets a little bit easier to see if you can actually bring your chest through your shoulders. So your shoulders are coming back and down. And if this is putting too much pressure on your lower back, just go ahead and engage your core a little bit. We're really looking more for the upper back stretch here. So breathe up into your chest. Go ahead and release that. And lay down in Makarasana, crocodile pose. Just rest a minute. So back up. And we're going to work on cobra pose. So your hands right next to your chest and really hug your elbows into your side. So inhale up into just sort of a baby cobra. Exhale back down. Inhale a little bit bigger. And exhale. Inhale. Just a bit bigger. And exhale. So let's go ahead, push back up into a child's pose. Rock from side to side, just making sure your lower back feels okay. Back into tabletop. And let's go up into down dog here. So really sending your butt straight up. And it's fine to keep your knees bent here and really move around in this first down dog. So take your time opening up. Maybe grabbing onto the sides of your mat. Really holding there. And start to stretch out the calves. Really work on seeing if you can stretch out the hamstrings a little bit more. One more big breath. And at the bottom of this exhale, go ahead and step up to the top of your mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. And this is the first standing forward fold we're doing. Let's be really gentle. Bend one knee and then the other. And just take your time getting your hamstrings opened up. We'll have time to do it. So nice straight back, all the way up. And exhale, hands to prayer. Go ahead and release your arms by your side. And we're really going to work on Tadasana here for a little bit, mountain pose, with the idea of really working on opening up our chest. So standing with your feet roughly hip distance, outsides of the feet are parallel to each other. We'll just go up the posture for Tadasana. So really engage your thighs. Engage your core. Shoulders back and down. Go ahead and point your fingers down and really work on pulling your shoulders down away from your ears. So your chest is floating up, your shoulder blades are coming together on your back, your neck is long. So close your eyes here. So really use this Tadasana as a chest opener and really working on stretching the shoulders down away from the ears. It can be a very strong pose, just engaging a lot of the body. So go ahead and bring your arms straight out and then straight up overhead. And work on seeing if you can bring your arms moving back behind your ears. So palms are facing towards each other, maybe even rotating back a little bit. And that'll keep your shoulders from creeping up too much. And as you really work on bringing your arms back behind your ears, see if you can feel the stretch through your armpit area and your upper back. Engage your core so you're not feeling tension there. Step up to the top of the mat if you're not already there. Look up. Nice big inhale. Exhale, extending forward, folding forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plant your hands on the floor, stepping back into a plank pose all the way down. Inhale, cobra or up dog. And exhale, down dog. So we'll just do a couple of Surya A's here. So making sure that your fingers, either the middle finger or the index fingers, should be parallel to each other. So let's go ahead at the bottom of this next exhale, either step or hop forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up, gentle back bend, pushing the pelvis forward. Exhale, hands to prayer. Inhale up, gentle back bend, moving your arms back behind the ears again. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plant your hands, stepping back all the way down. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. Two more big breaths here. And then go ahead and step or hop up. Inhale, flat back. Exhaling, fold. Inhale all the way up. Gentle back bend, pushing the pelvis forward. Exhale, hands to prayer. Inhale, Urdhva Hasta. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, plank, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. One big breath here. And exhaling, stepping up, hopping up. However you get there, inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up. And exhale, hands to prayer. So now we're going to do some Surya C. So inhale up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, right foot back into Anjaneyasana, our low lunge. Exhale here. Inhale up, really working on arching the back. Exhale, back down into plank, all the way down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right foot forward. And exhale here. Inhale up. Gentle back bend, arms coming back. Exhale down. Stepping that left foot forward. Folding. Inhale all the way up. And exhale, hands to prayer. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, left foot back. And exhale here. Inhale, all the way up, arms up. Full crescent. Exhale, plank. Knees, chest, chin. Inhale, cobra or up dog. And exhale, down dog. Inhale, left foot forward. And exhale here. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, right foot steps forward. Forward fold. Inhale, all the way up, gentle back bend. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale, fold. Inhale, right foot back. Anjaneyasana. Exhale here. Inhale up. And exhale. Back into plank. Knees, chest, chin. Cobra or up dog. Exhale. Down dog. Inhale, right foot forward. Exhale here. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, down. Stepping the left foot forward. Inhale, all the way up. Exhale, hands to prayer. Left side, last side of Surya C. Exhale, fold. Inhale, left foot back. Exhale here. Inhale, arms up. And exhale. Plank pose, knees, chest, chin. Cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, step forward. Exhale here. Inhale all the way up. And exhale, forward, right foot forward. Inhale all the way up. And exhale, hands to prayer. So close your eyes, catching your breath. Shoulders back and down. Just notice if your face is relaxed and your neck is relaxed. Notice how you're feeling here. So go ahead and interlace your fingers behind your back, elbows bent. Work on really bringing the shoulders back, down away from the ears. And then, with really strong legs, strong core, so you're not dumping into your lower back, start to stretch your hands down towards the floor, straightening the elbows. Continually as you're doing this, seeing if you can really open up the chest, roll the shoulders back, shoulder blades coming together. And you're nice and strong here, so strong through the core. Breathing big up into the chest. If you can, just start to lift your hands away from your back a little bit, only if your elbows, if your arms are straight. And only if you can manage to keep your shoulders from creeping up. They won't come back very far before your shoulders start coming up. So go ahead and fold forward into a forward fold here. It's great to keep your knees bent. And as you're here, the shoulders will naturally come up towards the ears here. See if you can stretch your hands up towards the ceiling and open up the shoulders so that you're bringing the shoulder blades more together on your back and not letting the shoulders just fall down. So go ahead and release your hands down to the ground.
rocking from side to side, and then stacking one vertebra on top of the next, all the way back up. Shoulders back and down, palms, hands really stretching down towards the ground. Nice strong Tadasana. Engage the core, engage the thighs. Chest is floating up. Breathing. Go ahead and interlace your fingers behind your back again, and this time use the awkward grip with the other forefinger on top, elbows bent, rotating the shoulders back, pulling your hands down towards the ground. See if you can straighten the elbows. And from here, make sure the outsides of your feet are parallel to each other. We're going to come into chair pose. So engage the core here so you're not overarching the lower back. Looking forward, trying to open up the chest. And again, fold forward into a forward fold. Again, see if you can stretch your hands up towards the ceiling. Only for a breath here. And release that, relax. And then slowly coming up from there. So stepping back up to the top of your mat, toes together, heels pointed out, hands to prayer. We're going to do some modified Surya Bs here, really working on more chest opening. So go ahead and bend the knees, coming down into chair pose, really bringing your knees together. We'll hold this for a couple breaths. See if you can shift your weight back into your heels. Arms coming up behind your ears if you can. Go ahead and exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, stepping back into plank pose. Knees, chest, chin. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. So bring your right foot up and back on an inhale. Exhale, step that forward. And we'll hang out here in a high lunge for a little bit. So see if you can bring your knee down towards the ground and keep your hips right there in that position, and go ahead and stretch your heel back, straighten your knee out. See if you can stretch out these hip flexors a little bit more. Breathing. 2 more big breaths here. So go ahead and come up into a high lunge, a crescent lunge. Work on really engaging the core so your torso is nice and tall. And then go ahead and interlace your fingers behind your back again. And see, while you're engaging the core, if you can just do a little bit of a chest opener and a little bit of a back bend. So breathing. And if it's difficult for you to come back in this, just stay upright. Just work on the shoulder opener part of this. So let's go ahead and come back down. Back into plank pose. Knees, chest, chin. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. And we will rest in this down dog for a couple of breaths. Get your breath. So go ahead and inhale, step your right foot forward into a high lunge. And hold that here. So neck is nice and long, so you're not scrunching the neck up here. maybe looking forward just a little bit. Go ahead and bring that right knee down towards the ground and feel where your hips are at there and see if you can straighten the leg out without bringing your hips back up. So you'll feel that stretching out your right hip flexors a bit more. So go ahead and come up into high lunge, crescent lunge. Engage the core here. Might need to adjust your stance, I do. Interlace your fingers behind your back. Do the awkward grip on this side. And open up the shoulders. If you can, bring your hands down that back leg. Do a little bit of a back bend as well. But the shoulder opener is the most important. See if you can engage your core here so you're not putting too much pressure in your lower back. And breathe into the chest. So go ahead and release that. Back down. Knees, chest, chin. Cobra or up dog, and just hang out in this one. See if you can really open up the chest a little bit. And back in the down dog. So at the bottom of this next exhale, go ahead and step or hop to the top of your mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up. And exhale, hands to prayer. Inhale up. Exhaling, folding, Uttanasana. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plant your hands, stepping back into plank. Knees, chest, chin. Cobra, inhale. Exhale, down dog. So bring your right foot up and back, stepping all the way up. Turn your left foot out. So we're going to come up into warrior one. And find your stride in this. We're going to take our time in this warrior one. Go ahead and interlace your fingers behind your back again. And we're going to come down into humble warrior. So see if you can just bring your chest down just on the inside of that left knee. And if you're up here, that's great. It's actually a really good workout, staying up like this. Just again, work on trying to open up the chest and shoulders as you're doing this. So go ahead and come all the way back up. Open up into warrior two. So do a bit of a chest opener here too. So rotate the palms up, bend the elbows, and then straighten out the arms, really stretching out through the fingertips while you're continually rotating the palms. Make sure that right knee isn't coming in. Chest is floating up, shoulder blades coming together, core is strong. So inhale, straighten that front leg and bring your arms up overhead. Exhale, back down. Inhale up. And exhale. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, down. And one more, inhale up. Exhale, down. Hold here for one more big breath. And then plant your palms, stepping back. Knees, chest, chin. Cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left foot up and back. Exhale, bringing that forward between your hands. Spin the right foot out. up into Warrior One. Take a little time finding your stride here. Really strong in that back leg. Make sure the back foot is turned out at about a 45-degree angle. Front foot coming straight forward. See if you can really hold yourself up with that back leg. Go ahead and interlace your fingers behind your back. Grab the awkward grip this time. And open up the shoulders, folding forward into a humble warrior. So if you can come down here, that's great. But up here is actually really good too. And opening up the shoulders, pulling your shoulder blades down away from your ears, wherever you're at. Don't just round in the upper back. So go ahead and come up there, all the way up. Open up into Warrior Two. See if you can get a heel to arch alignment there. You might need to adjust your stance. Arms out, palms turned up. Bend the elbows. Really stretching out through the fingertips as you're rotating the palms up. See if you can feel that stretch through your chest. Feel your chest lifting up, shoulder blades coming together on your back. And breathing. So inhale, straighten that leg, bring the arms up overhead. Exhale, back down. Inhale. All the way up. Exhale. Down. Inhale. Arms up. Exhale. And one more. Inhale up. Exhale down. Hold this for one breath. Down to plank. Hold this for a moment if you can. Or just come down, knees, chest, chin, and take a break. Knees, chest, chin, cobra, and let's go ahead and take a child's pose. It's always good to take a break to rest. Catch your breath. So coming forward again on the mat and down, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. So coming back down to the knees, we're going to do a camel pose here. So nice back bend. So coming up onto the knees, put your hands just on your butt. Basically, the heel of the palm should be right around your sacrum and fingers pointing down. So the palms on the butt. So from here, really work on bringing the shoulders back. Push the chest up. So you're sort of working on trying to bring your elbows together or in the direction of coming together. And then from there, engage the core and just do a bit of a back bend here. And then go ahead and come back up. So this is another place where the block or the cushion can come in handy. So we're going to sit down into a Virasana between our legs just to hang out. So if you've got a block or a cushion, you want to sit on it like this or like this. If you're more flexible, coming down between your feet, make sure that your knees aren't coming out further than hip distance apart, and try to hug your heels in. We're just going to hold this for a bit. It's meant to be just a break between doing a couple more camel poses. So catch your breath. Spine is nice and straight and tall, lifting up. Make sure you're not rounding in your lower back. Coming back up onto the knees. Plant your hands right on your butt there again. Shoulders back and down, chest floating up. And coming into this back bend, wherever
it feels okay. Don't come too far back. If you're more flexible, if you're used to camel pose, if you've done this before, you can reach back, grab your heels, breathe into this. And go ahead and come back up. Sitting down again on your cushion or block or between your legs into Virasana, hero pose. And close your eyes, catch your breath. So one more of those coming up. Hands on your butt, shoulders back, really pushing the chest up. And go ahead and come back into the back bend. So wherever you're coming is fine. Just make sure that you're taking care of yourself and protecting your lower back. Engage your core. That will help a little bit in this so that you're not overarching the lower back. Breathing. And go ahead and come back up. Sit back down into Virasana. And breathe. As you're here, see if you can continue to just allow your chest to float up. Shoulders back. So go ahead and come into a child's pose. We just want to make sure that our lower back is released after those back bends. So just rocking around a little bit from side to side. And then we're going to come up into a forward fold just from there. With the same intention, just move around from side to side. Make sure your lower back is releasing and relaxing. So we're going to go ahead and work on a little bit more of a hamstring stretch here in this forward fold. And see if you can just engage your quadriceps a little bit more. Push your butt up. See if you can work on pushing your hip creases back so that you're not just folding forward, rounding your back. Try to work on arching the back or moving in that direction while you engage your thighs. And just really feel this hamstring stretch. Nice 5 big breaths here. Slowly coming up one vertebra at a time. Bring your feet wide on the mat. And we're going to do a wide leg forward bend. So toes should be pointed slightly in. Inhale back. Gentle back bend, pushing your pelvis forward. Exhale, fold forward. If you're less flexible, if you're really tight in your hamstrings, you can use a block on the ground here. But just try to find a nice, comfortable stretch and really work on sending your butt up and keeping your back relatively straight so you're not over rounding here. And breathing into this. So slowly coming back up from that. Sorry, I should say placing your hands on your hips and really straight back. Turn your heels in, toes out. We're going to do a goddess pose here. So start off with just your hands on your legs.
find your stride in this. Then bring your palms out, and like we did in Warrior 2, really rotate the palms up, bend the elbows, and then straighten the arms out so that we're really opening up the chest. Chest is rising, shoulder blades are coming together in the back. And then come from side to side just a little bit. If you want a little bit more of a challenge, come up on your toes. So you're really working out the calves on one side and then the other. Just hold for a breath or so on each side. Back to center. Hands back to your hips. Turn the toes back in. Keep the feet relatively wide here. We're going to do a bit of a Trikonasana. So turn your right foot out. This is another place the block could come in handy, but you can also just grab onto your shin here. But if you have a block, put it on the outside of your leg here. So right foot out at 90 degrees, stretching your right hand out and come down onto the block or your shin or wherever is comfortable. And go ahead and bring that left arm up and stretch open the chest. See if you can really feel the chest opening on this left side. And try, it's very difficult, but try to lengthen out the right side body so you're not just collapsing on this side. So pull yourself up with that left hand. Turn the right foot back in. If you're using a block, put it behind your left foot. So left foot out 90 degrees. Stretching out with that left arm before you come down, trying to keep this side nice and long. And coming down onto the block, arm up. See if you can really open up the chest on this side, so feel the stretch. And looking up towards that side, twisting up towards the right. Trying again to keep that left side body long so you're not just collapsing there. And pulling back up from there. Getting rid of the block for now. Turn your feet back. We're going to do one more wide leg forward bend to balance things out. So inhale, coming back. Exhale, coming forward. Engaging your thighs here. Sending your butt up and trying to keep your back relatively straight as you come forward into this. So bring your hands to your hips. Really straight back, coming all the way up. Bring the feet back together. So grab onto your belt or yoga strap. We're going to finish up with a couple more chest openers here. So rolling your shoulders back and down, away from the ears. Rotate the palms out. Again, chest is floating up. Go ahead and grab onto the belt or yoga strap behind your back so that it's about torso distance. Palms are still facing forward. And rotate the shoulders back. Keep rotating the palms out. Keep the shoulders coming down away from the ears and see if you can lift up away from the back. Engage your thighs, engage your core. So go ahead and bring that back down. So we're going to go through a Gomukhasana here, which is a wonderful shoulder stretch. Go ahead and use the belt or the strap again. So, and I'll also show you how to do it without the strap, but it will not be available to most, but just to show you what the full pose looks like. So bring your right hand up so that the strap is just hanging right down the center of your back. See if you can bring that that right elbow straight up. Reach your left hand out, rotate the palm back, and then come around and grab onto the strap. And see if you can get your hands as close together as is possible. And then really work on opening up the chest from here. This is probably the best pose for really counteracting that hunched over posture. So stretching your right elbow up, left elbow down. If you're much more flexible in your elbows, just go ahead and hang out there, but I'll show you. If you're much more flexible, you can bring the arm up and reach over with the other hand. If I'm not doing my yoga practice regularly, I cannot do this version of the pose, so don't feel bad if you can't reach your hands together. Regardless of where you're at, really bring the shoulders back and trying to push the chest out and up. Breathing into this. Engage the core so that you're not overarching the lower back. Legs are strong. So go ahead and release that side. And grab onto the belt on the other side, or without if you prefer. To come into this, regardless of whether you're using the belt or if you're more flexible and can grab your fingers, the easiest way, the best way to get your arm as far up as possible is if you rotate your palm back like this and then come into it. You'll be able to get your hands closer to each other. So there's no way I can reach without rotating the palm first and then grabbing onto the fingers. So stretching both shoulders back, left elbow's coming down, right elbow's coming up, and really stretching the chest open. Breathing. Engage the core. I have to remind myself to do that, so I'm not putting too much pressure on my lower back here. And really feel the chest opening. So try, as you're in this, just really trying to bring your shoulders back and your chest forward. So go ahead and release that. Rotate your shoulders back, pull them down away from your ears. Close your eyes for a moment. And just notice how your chest is feeling now. See if you feel more open through that whole area. Go ahead and blink your eyes open, interlace your fingers, palms out, and bring them up overhead, stretching out the top of the shoulders just a little bit. Engage the thighs, engage the core. And again, working on bringing your arms behind your ears there, if that's possible. So releasing that side, coming back down, swap the fingers, other forefinger on top, the awkward grip, up overhead again. And release that. Shoulders back, down away from the ears, pointing the fingertips down. Chest floating up, really nice, strong Tadasana. And we're gonna go ahead and lay down on the ground to finish up here. We haven't done any real hip openers in this practice, or at least the outsides of the hip. So we're going to do a seated pigeon here. So depending on how tight your hips are, you can do this laying down. You just do the thread the needle version of this. Or if you can, go ahead and sit up, your right foot over the left thigh. Lean back here and bring that left foot up. And see if you can bring your torso, your chest closer to that right shin. So try not to round too much in your lower back. If you're working on coming closer to your shin, just make sure that your back is nice and straight. So breathe into this. We'll hold this for another 5 big breaths. So go ahead and release that side. Straighten out that leg. Straighten out the right leg. Swap sides. And engage that left foot on this side so you're protecting the knee. And then work on bringing your chest closer to your shin there. Really nice straight back. So trying to tilt forward onto your sits bones so you're not over rounding your lower back. And another 5 big breaths here. So go ahead and release that side. Back. Stretch all the way out. Really trying to make yourself as long as you can. So toes are pointed down, fingers pointed up. And go ahead and bring your knees into your chest. So cross your right knee over the left thigh if this works for you. If not, just keep your knees beside each other. Arms out to the side. And we'll do a spinal twist from here. This will open up the hips a little bit more. So dropping your knees over towards the left side. See if you can keep your right shoulder anchored on the ground. If you want to help the legs along, you can use that left hand to pull yourself into the spinal twist just a little bit more. So bring your knees back up to center. Swap your legs. Left knee over the right thigh and dropping over towards that right side. If you want to use your right hand, pull yourself a little bit further into it. And really anchoring that left elbow on the ground. It helps to look over the left shoulder. It keeps you from coming up too much on that side that you're twisting away from. So go ahead and bring your knees back up to the center. Hug your knees into your chest. And if you can, do a happy baby pose. Your arms in between your knees, grabbing onto the outsides of the feet. If this doesn't work in your body, just keep hugging your knees into your chest. If you're in happy baby pose, see if you can bring your feet right over your knees. Try to press your tailbone down towards the ground. And maybe rocking from side to side a little bit. Just making sure to balance out your lower back. So release that. Stretch out. Palms facing up. Feet out. Gonna take a bit of a shavasana here. I highly encourage you to hang out with me. So important to just stop after doing a practice like that to let things integrate. So see if you can just allow your shoulders, your chest to really open up more. So your shoulders are floating back down towards the ground. Or not floating, but they're heavy. They're just coming down towards the ground. Allowing your face to really let go and relax, making sure that your eyes are soft. Your forehead is soft. Your jaw is soft. And just feel really supported by the ground here. And just allow your body to feel heavy. And see if you can just follow your breath. I'm going to hang out here for a couple minutes. So just bringing your attention back to your breath. Nice big inhale. Let it out through your mouth. Starting to wiggle your fingers and your toes. And bring your knees back into your chest. Rolling over onto whichever side is more comfortable for you. So slowly pushing yourself up into a comfortable seated position. Easy. Crazy puppy. So, where'd you come from? So I hope that makes you feel nice and energized after all that chest opening, and I will see you in the next lesson. Ow. Namaste. What are you doing?